All right. Good morning, party people. Hey, as the title says, this here is a public service announcement. Um, Many of you that are subscribed to this channel, over 4,000 of you, and thank you once again. And my apologies for not, giving a shout out during that time, but thank you once again for all of the subscribers, all 4,000 plus of you. That's really amazing. And what that tells me is that y'all are serious about understanding this business. But as always, there's people who aren't serious. There's people who want to take shortcuts and do things their own way. Um, and this public service announcement is basically to say, I've been telling y'all, okay? I've been telling y'all these companies aren't playing. In the description is a link to the article that I posted in the community tab, as well as what Miss Wallace Connors posted in the Black Notary Facebook group, Black Notary Network Facebook group, I believe. And I believe it's from Notary Rotary or one of them about being blacklisted. I know a lot of people give me a guff about taking a $60 order and all of that, and I've shared with y'all multiple times the reason why I focus on that, the reason why I emphasize that is because when you take those small orders, the loan docs, the loan application, the debt settlements, all of those smaller orders, you get practice and you get to see where you're at as a notary. As of now, I do not call anybody a notary trainer who's not teaching you how to properly notarize. If all they're doing is deferring you back to the NNA, they are not a notary trainer. That is not training. That is not notary training. It's some kind of marketing thing that they're trying to teach you and show you, and just like, okay, this is how you run your business. But what good does it do to try to run a business and you can't do the core parts of the business? That's like somebody saying, hey, I have an auto repair shop and they don't know how to fix not nan car that comes in there. I have a mobile detailing business, and when you pick your car up, it's just as dirty as it was when you got it there. It's the same thing. People are giving you a set of documents and saying get these notarized, and when the docs come back, they aren't properly notarized. It's just like you sent them back a set of docs that never been signed. You have to do this correctly. This is no joke. Y'all need to stop playing around. Y'all need to stop focusing on the wrong things. Stop letting these people who are telling you all of this other stuff get into your head. This is your business. Do your business by following your state laws and understanding what you should and should not be doing as a notary signing agent. Bump all that loan signing agent stuff. Too many of you probably have already been blacklisted or close to being blacklisted. And you need to get your act together, and you need to get it together now. Now, the date of this video is on Friday, the day is on a Friday, the 5th of March. If you send it on the day of when I post it, which many of you probably will, you probably need to take this weekend and do some self-reflecting and really think about what you plan on doing with your notary business. Note that I said your notary business. You need to decide what you're going to do. And you need to filter out, clean out all of the people who have taught you stuff that is in no way, shape, or form supporting you and educating you on how to properly do your role in this mortgage process of notarizing documents. That is the key. That is what we're here to do. And if you can't do that, then you're no good to anybody. It's just that simple. If you're married and the person who you're married to talking about I'm there for you for life until death do us part and all of that, and then they can't even get up off the couch, they can't even take care of the baby, they can't even go out and work, they can't do none of the wifely or husbandly things that they claim they're supposed to do when you got married to them, They're not doing their duties, and you're like, okay, you're worthless. You're no good to me. So get yourself out of a you're no good to them position by understanding your state laws. Stop worrying about being some kind of document presenter and speaking and sharing stuff and breaking everything down concerning these documents. If your state has told you that is not your role, if the people who are paying you to do this, to do the closing, does not expect you to do that, then you don't do it. I'm probably gonna say this. I'm gonna say something, and I'm gonna probably say it in another video later on when I want to talk about some things that I've learned over this past week. For as notaries having some issues and stuff, and bring some things to light to help y'all. When it comes to all this thing of guiding people to fill out forms, I don't care who the trainer is that told you that. You really need to be careful, because I was in a situation where the lady was buying a home in Hawaii. She's putting down almost $500,000 cash to close. That's what she was putting out on the property. And there was one document about withholding 20% tax. There was one box, there was 3 fields in there that needed to be checked. One of them was already checked. I had no clue. I've seen the document a long time ago, and I had no clue to really how to fill it out. And they really couldn't guide her because I didn't know anything about it, didn't know her financial situation or any of that. Had I did the train of thought of, you are as the loan signing agent, you're to act as the escrow officer or title officer or whatever, and started trying to get her to fill that document out, I could have messed something up badly. So Griff's school of thought is, if I see a form, especially anything dealing with taxes, income taxes, or any of that, whether state or federal, local, I'm getting a loan officer on the phone. That's just the bottom line. Bump all that trying to get an extra $150 because I'm like, I'll fill out the forms for you. Bump that. You ain't about to cause me to lose my commission. I went head on and told her, I said, we're going to have to call your loan officer. She said, well, let me call the real estate agent. She called the real estate agent. Real estate agent couldn't answer the question. Real estate agent said, we need to call the loan officer. Nobody could get the loan officer. Then she called the some other person. And then that person was like, I don't know what to say about that. While we was talking, all on 3-way, 4-way, whatever, the loan officer called in, pulled the loan officer in, and he simply said this: all she need to do is sign that. I already did what needed to be done, was check the box up there at the top that said required. The other 2 areas, ignore those. Now, a lot of you keep saying, there can't be any blank fields on the document. I gotta scratch them out and line through them and all of that. That man was like, look, I already did it, this, that, and the other. And see, that to me, that reinforces the fact that all they want us to do is present the documents. If there was information that needed to be shared, they would have told me or gave me instructions on what her to do, that she needed to do more than just sign that document. And had I told her to fill out stuff that she shouldn't have filled out, it could have caused some problems. Now, being the fact that 1, that document wasn't notarized, and 2, they could have easily just switched it out if I did have her do it wrong. But let's just say it didn't get to the loan officer and the processor saw that, and they could have just processed it and had an additional 20% of that woman's money being taxed. And why would that have been? Because the notary directed her to do something that he had no idea or shouldn't have been doing in the first daggone place. I ain't trying to get blacklisted. I learned about that when I first started. And I understood real quick how not to get blacklisted, which is do the job that you've been asked to do and do it right. So, this weekend, or whenever you see this video, you need to take a little time out and decide for yourself how you gonna run your business. And you need to start asking these people to show you receipts. Don't call somebody saying, well, they're training me to be a notary, when they're not really teaching you notary stuff. No, they're just training you on concepts of running a business on concepts of doing what they would do or what they think you should do, but not necessarily training you on how to be a notary. They're not doing that. And I wouldn't call them a trainer of any sort. I would call them a person who is speaking very well concerning knowledge that they have, and the knowledge has nothing to do with notary. Now, I'm not saying that they don't know notary work. I'm not saying that they couldn't teach you notary work. What I'm saying is that they are not teaching you notary work. They are deferring you back to who? The NNA. And if that's who they're deferring you back to, then why don't I listen to them? Why not listen to them? Why am I listening to you? Because if I just did what you said to do, and when I get into a signing, none of what you told me to do is helping me in the signing to notarize the documents, because all you told me to do was go back to the NNA to learn that part, then you're no good to me. It's just that simple. So that's all I got to say for right now about this. But I've shared with y'all multiple times. These people ain't playing with y'all. Get your act together. Find somebody who's going to educate you properly in how to do your role as a notary. Do your own research and stop depending, leaning, and relying on people who only is trying to teach you how to be a business owner in the notary world and not teaching you how to do notary, because you can market yourself good all day long. But if you're not doing those notaries right, those notarizations right, they're not going to call you back. Period. It's just that simple. All right. Peace.